Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we are going to take a look at the Spidi Rainshield glove available at RevZilla.com. So the rain shields are going to be a waterproof version of the sand shield. What you're really getting here is a 2, possibly 3-season warm weather option that's also going to have an Outdry liner baked into this to make sure your hands stay nice and dry while still maintaining you comfort in a lightweight glove to get you through the warmer months. Now, for functionality standpoint, this is going to be a nice touring glove. You can get it into some ADV use. There's going to be some multi-functionality here, and you can use this glove with a variety of different bikes that are sitting in your garage. Now, the sizing on this is going to be a step away from traditional Spidi, and I say that because normally in Spidi's line of gloves, which is a traditional European fit most of the time, I'm normally at 2XL. When I put the rain shields on, I had to size down to an XL. These are definitely going to have more of an American fit to them, so keep that in mind, especially if you're used to using Spidi gloves on your ride already. Now, one color is available, that is the black that I'm wearing, and sizes will range from a small up to a 3XL. So Spidi is a premium European brand that we have here at RevZilla. We've really seen them push hard in the American market over the past 12 to 18 months. It's a brand that I own, I use, and I'm really excited to see them kind of develop new pieces as we move into 2017, just to see what they're coming up with. Now, if you've seen the video on the Sand Shield was a 3D mesh glove that flowed a ton of air. You could use it for touring, you could use it for ADV use. There was a lot of functionality there at a $120 price point. So what they've done with the Rain Shield is it bumps up to around the $130 price point, and with that, you have an Outdry laminated layer with this, and it's just going to work to keep your hand nice and dry, as well as to work to give you a lightweight glove for summer riding. So let's break down exactly what you're getting with the Rain Shield, and starting with the back of the hand, we'll work through this. So on the back, you're going to notice that large 3D mesh as it works its way to what is going to be a textile stretch neoprene. And what I like about this, it's the same thing that we saw on the Sand Shield, is that you have this hard TPU rather, knuckle, and with the stretch neoprene on it, it adds flexibility without making it feel like those knuckles are just kind of stuck and tight as you're rotating your hand back and forth in the throttle. So it gives you the extra mobility, that flexibility. There are going to be cutouts for air passages in the knuckles. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is that that's no longer going to give you direct ventilation the way it would with the Sand Shield. So all the 3D mesh in the back now is going to actually vent to that waterproof membrane. And now that waterproof membrane is going to be Outdry. And what's really unique about the Outdry is that it's not just that it's a waterproof laminated material, it's also going to be bonded. So if you think about some of the other manufacturers we've seen do this, Gore-Tex was the big one that came to mind with their extra fit technology. We're now seeing Outdry do this, and the real story here is that it's going to be bonded to the actual outer shell of the glove, so it doesn't bunch up on you on the inside. You get a really great tactile feel where in past gloves, you put it on with a waterproof layer and it felt big, it felt bulky. There's a really unique, sleek feel to this, and you don't feel like you're wearing a big, bulky waterproof glove. It still has a nice, lightweight design to it. The back of the finger, you're going to see that 3D mesh continue, and then you're going to have also TPR reinforcement at the back of the first 3 fingers, Spidi logo working its way down the pinky, and you're also going to notice that's where the covered out seam comes into play. So you're going to notice really solid covered out seam, dual stitch design all the way in the out, and this is where that normal fail point comes down. If you are in an accident, typically it's that bottom of the hand that hits and it slides. So by giving that covered out seam in the pinky, you get an extra pop of reinforcement, and you're also going to have the Warrior Armor at the palm. Now, I have the Carbo track gloves, and the Warrior Armor that you're going to see on that is a little bit different. It's a little bit more of a hard Warrior Pro Armor. With what we're seeing here, it's more of a TPR style Warrior Pro Armor. And what I like about this is it's more comfortable. So if you are using this for a longer sport touring trip, you still get the protection, but it is going to be more comfortable for your hand being on the grip for longer periods of time. Full Clarino palm, and you are going to see extra pieces of reinforcement along the top, and then as well as in the little crux of your thumb and your index finger, where it tends to wear out from the pressure that you're constantly using when you're in that throttle position. So just extra bits of reinforcement where they know that the glove is going to need it, and then you are going to have elastication at the base of the wrist with one main Velcro entry. Now, the one thing to note, it is going to be a longer glove, so it's got a full gauntlet design that's going to go way up the wrist. So just keep that in mind, depending on the jacket you want to wear. You might find that this is actually easier to wear inside underneath the jacket. If you are going to be wearing this and you want that waterproof protection, chances are you're going to want to make sure you're wearing your rain gear down over top of the cuff. So what you have is a nice addition to Spidi's family with the rain shield. If you already have been familiar with the sand shield, what this is doing, it's giving you a very similar style glove with that same great feel. However, now you're getting some waterproof protection baked into this. So there's a lot of riders out there that are utilizing Spidi gloves on their rides. And if you want to hear more about what they have to say, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting a pair of Spidi gloves through their paces. If you have more questions for one of us, reach out to one of our gear geeks at 877-792-9455, or simply shoot us an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Spidi Rainshield gloves. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.